kind of made me laugh once. My brother was saying, my nephew said to him, "Dad, what videos did you watch when you were a kid?" And he turned around and said, "There's no such thing as videos when I was a kid," and they weren't. And where was this going? I've forgotten. Yeah, videos. I've forgotten. Can you pause this and restart it? I can't remember. I don't. No, not the camera. No, you can't. Something about kids' games or something. No, I don't remember. But yeah, it was quite amusing, really. Videos when we were kids. No, there weren't any. Yeah, they had the cinema then, and things like that virtually don't exist anymore, do they? I can't remember me. Well, I'm nearly 60. My memory's going. My dad was like this when he was my age. No, my dad had it rougher than me. Yeah, he was born illegitimate in 1927 and wasn't really commonplace then, and he got stones thrown at him and called a bustard and stuff. And actually, there is a seabird called a bustard, believe it or not. Yeah. Yeah, and of course, quite a few times he nearly starved. His mother, which was one of 7, I think, her brother died when he was 31 from heart valve trouble in 1931 because couldn't operate on heart valves then. And even if he'd had the money, which he didn't have, they couldn't have done it. Dad pointed me to grave out to me one day in the graveyard in that village. He said, "It's one of those two." He says there was 2 unmarked graves because obviously they were so poor. It was a pauper's grave. No writing on it, so I didn't know which one it was. And they're both 2 sort of almost identical graves. He says it's one of them 2. He said I was only 4 when he died. I just remember him. Yeah, and obviously after that there was 6 or 7 kids and the mother in a house about the size of this, because in those days there was no social services and no social workers, and there was definitely no benefits. Dad's granddad was struck by lightning. They lost a small holding and had to move into a place this size. Nowadays it would be deemed unfit. This is deemed unfit for more than 2 people. But there was 7 or 8 of them in that, and they were paying for it with my dad's grandmother's widow's pension, which would be virtually now. Hard life now. I've never had life. Dad used to mock me when I used to stack 4 stone sacks 70 hours a week. Oh, when I was 14, I used to stack 16 stone sacks. Well, if you'd heard his voice, you'd realise he did. But one day I turned around to him and said, "Dad, all these stories you tell me, they're Ozzy Osbourne's." And he didn't have much to say, so I'm beginning to wonder how much I've been lied to, and if I actually am who I think I am, or whether I was just adopted. Don't know. Well, you wonder things like that when you're sat completely on your own. All your family are dead apart from your brother who hates your guts and never speaks to you. And now you're happy, you have no idea where they are. Well, one of the last things I said to my brother was, he said, "I'm going to sell the bungalow, that's the one I lived in. Clear off with all the money and you'll never see me again." So I just turned around and said, "Well, why don't you fuck off then?" And he's never been so friendly. He's been even more sort of unfriendly since then. So he was almost crying when he got into his car. I thought, oh, he actually has got feelings for me. If it was him, but I went to see him on Christmas Day. Yeah, it's 4.5 hour bike ride. But he wasn't in. But it was a sunny day, Christmas Day. He's divorced, his son's grown up and left home, he's on his own. It was a sunny day, you can't blame him for going fishing, can you? Because he works full time. Just have a bit of a relaxation every now and then. Yeah, but I don't know. There's one day I went into that house. Because the last time I spoke to my brother, he said he was talking about moving because he had so many bad memories and the house was too big. And I forgot again. Yeah, he was talking about moving and possibly has. Because obviously I said to the neighbour, I said my brother's Christian name. He says, "Oh yeah, big green Audi." I says, "Yeah, that's him." He says, "Yeah, he's probably gone fishing." I thought, yeah, probably has, and don't blame him, but anyway. I'm sure I've seen someone who looked like my brother, but it wasn't a big green Audi he was driving. Don't know.